I was a professional sparring partner for a few people out in Vegas for MMA for the heavyweight team, and I was thinking about fighting pro. And I had gotten involved with the pro fight camps there, and I was really very much on the fence of just being able to fucking get rocking and rolling. And I just wasn't feeling fulfilled with the course of being a prize fighter. And I had been involved with that culture since I was a little kid. And I just started to, ask myself some serious questions. I'm like, okay, if I take a pro fight, I'm going to be fully committed to this for the rest of my life because that's how I am. And I just got real honest with myself. And I said, do I really want my income in my life to be solely based on confrontation? Because that's a hard fucking thing to take on. Like, that's not a hobby. You have to live in a place every day to be that guy, to be as sharp as you possibly can, or you're going to get your head blown off on fucking TV. And so it changes you being involved with that. I was involved with bare knuckle boxing when I was younger. And I just don't think, if I'm being honest with you, more honest than I probably like to be, I wasn't psychologically healthy doing that stuff.
Yeah. A lot of that comes down to wins and losses too, really.
It's 30% goes to the corner, and then they were killing sponsorships and endorsements on a lot of the cards. A lot of the shows were taking the sponsorships and endorsements from the major companies, and the guys weren't getting shit. And, I always wanted to be a pro wrestler, like ever since I was a little kid. It was the point when I would do 3 practices a day with the pro team. You'd get up, you'd do light sparring, you come back, you'd lift weights, and then in the evening you do technique, and then you do hard sparring, sometimes 5 to 7 days a week, depending on how much you keep up with it. And I was coming home between practices and watching All Japan Pro Wrestling instead of fights. Nice. And I was like, I need to let my ego go on this and stop worrying about what people my whole life were going to be thinking of me not pursuing this, because everyone was telling me I was going to be world champion. Everyone was telling me, go to Vegas, you're going to fucking kill these guys. And I got there and I was like, I'm not enjoying this. And I would rather do what I want to do and not be concerned about how everyone else feels about it. And I went to FSW, and the first day I walked in, I knew it was over. I was hooked. And then I went from training like half the week MMA, half the week pro wrestling. And then the second week I was doing pro wrestling full time. That's all I needed to know. And that love of this has been with me since I was a little kid.